What is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas. Today, I'm going to give you 3 stocks I consider a buy now opportunity. That's right, for the month of July. If you're interested, stay tuned right after this. Before I dive into these 3 stocks, I ask that you subscribe to my channel, as it'll provide you updates on stocks, investments, business, news, and many other things. So if you don't mind, subscribe to my channel. It helps out tremendously. Plus, it'll also let you know anytime I upload a video. So now on to those 3 stocks. And we're going to start this one off with a banger. Number 1 on that list is going to be Kroger. Yes, Kroger. The grocery store. With the greatest holiday, at least in my opinion, coming up, Independence Day, we have to think about the mad rush that's going to happen at Kroger grocery store. I mean, places across the United States where Kroger is located is just going to be flooded with getting hot dogs, hamburgers, all the good stuff. You know, everything that comes with this holiday. On top of that, Kroger recently did its quarterly announcements, in which it actually had a pretty good quarterly announcement. This stock is actually sitting a little bit closer to its 52-week high, which I'm going to break down in its chart, but it's a little bit closer to that. I still think that this stock is going to have some room to grow. On top of that, it is also a Warren Buffett connection. So if Warren Buffett owns it, obviously it's going to be a long-term play, and this is probably going to be a good stock to get into and hold. That's why it's considered a buy now opportunity. Now we're going to jump into one of my favorite parts of any video I do, and that is going to be chart breaking down time. So let's head on down aisle 1 and get into this bad boy. So what we're going to be looking at is the Kroger chart. It's going to be a 1-month chart, and basically what we're looking at is it opened today at $32.11. It got as high as $33.02. And its low was $31.78. It closed at $32.82, which was actually up 2.24%. But after hours, we had a little bit of a struggle. Didn't fall too much. Fell to $32.75, down 0.21%. Now, the volume has been up as of late, and that is obviously due to, it being traded after its quarterly earnings. And we can see the average volume is around 12.72 million. Now its 52-week high is 36.84, and its 52-week low is 20.70. Now, my view on this is that with it having its quarterly announcements, and we're heading to a time where they're going to generate a lot more revenue, there's a chance that we're going to have a round 2 of the coronavirus where people are going to have to rely a little bit more heavily on going to the grocery store and spending more food at the grocery store and cooking at home. I think there's a chance that we might have a little bit more stay at home versus going out to the restaurants. I think this thing can actually crack that 52-week high. I don't think it's going to blast through and we're going to see some astronomical new 52-week high, but I do think we're going to see it break through that and potentially get to around the $38, maybe even $40 mark. Obviously, they're also resorting to a little bit more e-commerce when it comes to Kroger. Which is obviously, working around the coronavirus. People are making orders online, and it's either being delivered to their house or, that order is already ready and it's going to be there for pickup. I think this thing is going to be a buy now opportunity for the month of July, so hopefully you're on board as well. Number 2 on this amazing July list is going to be Spotify. That's right, Spotify. And I recently did a video on Spotify, but this thing is just too good to pass up. It really is. Spotify is just tearing down the walls when it comes to just signing people, getting new members a part of their podcast group. Obviously, they went out and got Joe Rogan. They signed him to a $100 million deal. They went out and got Kim Kardashian to do a criminal justice podcast. On top of that, they signed DC Comics to do all kinds of different things. And who knows where that could head. So the thing is, this company is just making moves left and right. Obviously their stock price, which we're going to get into when we break down their chart, is a little bit higher, but recently I did a video, as you can see right here, on another way to invest. So if you're really interested in Spotify and you maybe just don't have the funds built up for it, you can always crack into some stock slices and get what you can. At that point, it's going to be chart breaking down time, so let's swing on over here and get right into this thing. Once again, it's going to be for the Spotify Technology SNA. And it started out today at $242.68. It got as high as $247.61, which is actually pretty good because the market was just in the tank today. Its low was $235.11. It closed at $242.86, which was up 0.45%. And then after hours, it fell to $240 even, which was down 1.18%. Now, the volume is still consistently being up from its average, which is 2.179. And I still think the reason is because of all these announcements they've been making. And as we can see too, its 52-week low is 109.18. Now, one thing I want to really make you guys understand is we got to understand that when we are going through a summer period, there's a lot more people tuning into music and probably using Spotify as a resource. So you got to think about how many people are working out a little bit more. So they might be using music in that aspect. How many people are working out in the yard, whether it's planting flowers or mowing grass. I know when I mow grass, I slap on the headphones and I turn on some Spotify. We got to think about how many people are going to be, throwing parties. Like I stated for Kroger, they're going to be throwing parties for the 4th of July. There's going to be music playing. A lot of people are users of Spotify. We got to see the big picture of this. And there's a good chance that there's going to be a lot more users signing up for subscriptions through Spotify during these time periods, especially when there's a lot more time to be referring to music or using music. I know I use Spotify daily. I'm either listening to a podcast driving to work or I'm listening to music going to work. I'm doing the same thing when I'm coming home. It's just a really good resource and I really enjoy it. That's why I consider it a buy now for the month of July. 3 on my list, and I couldn't be more happy to announce this stock simply for the fact that what it's based on is because it's based on something else. And this will make sense. So number 3 on my list is going to be DraftKings. And the reason why I'm picking DraftKings is obviously because, in another one of my opinions, the greatest sport to touch dirt is coming back. We got a 60-game schedule that's going to be coming out for Major League Baseball. Hallelujah! A sport, specifically my favorite sport, is coming back to TV. It's going to be on, whether we can attend the games, whether we can, no matter what, it's going to be on TV. We're going to be able to watch some kind of baseball. How that's going to help DraftKings? Well, obviously DraftKings is based on fantasy, sports. You can pick games and you can pick players and add those to a roster. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do with DraftKings when it revolves around sports, and we just so happen to have one of the largest sports coming back. That would be why I picked DraftKings for the month of July. Also, DraftKings recently announced that they are releasing a casino app in the state of New Jersey. And that's going to be revolving around, games that intend to be in a casino. So things such as blackjack. I didn't happen to see poker, but I'm sure that there's going to be an option with poker. And I really think that this is going to continue to cause DraftKings to grow. Obviously, with baseball being back, there's going to be a lot more revenue thrown at this stock. And it's going to cause this thing to go up. And that's why I picked it for especially a buy now for the month of July. Final chart to break down, and it is that time. So let's swing on over here and get into this thing. So DraftKings, we're looking at a 1-month chart. It opened today at $37.95. It got as high as $39.33. Another one that surprises me just because how bad the market was. It got as low as $36.50. And it closed today at $37.56, which was down 1.13%. After hours, it closed at 37.07 and it was down 1.30%. As we can see, the volume has been upticked, and obviously that's at 12.74 million, probably because I do think the announcement for the casino app came out yesterday, and obviously this stock is going to be trading a little bit more with volume just because baseball is coming back. Obviously you see the average volume is 99.34 million. Its 52-week high is 44.79. And I definitely think that that's going to be shattered. I have no question when sports are fully functioning and we are diving into this thing every day, it's hitting revenue numbers, just really raking in the revenue. I think this is going to definitely crack $100. That's just my opinion. I don't see how it doesn't with how many sports and how they have their hand in so many different sports, and there's so many different fantasy styles and just everything that revolves around this. Now they're opening a casino app which could have all different types of games and options and everything. I just don't see how this thing doesn't hit $100. But obviously we see the 52-week low is $9.76. I don't think that's gonna come close to that anytime soon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and when you get a chance, study these 3 stocks, get in at a good price point, and buy now. Also, I want to wish everyone out there a happy 4th of July, a happy Independence Day. And if you guys see any service members, any military, thank them for their service. It means a lot to them, especially family and friends. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my channel. And as always, have a good day.